at 5.
Melvina Floyd is one of the owners of Brittle Twin Candy. She's been showing at this rodeo for how many years now here in the pavilion?
Probably 14.
I think it's interesting. Tell us about why you named your company Brittle Twins, and then we're going to talk about what you make.
Well, I have a twin sister. Her name is Melvina, and we've always made the candy growing up. And when I retired from Verizon, I always said I'd start a candy business, and that's Brittle Twins Candies.
So my first question is, where did you get your recipes? How did you come up with your flavors?
Some of them family, and some of them I just made them up or added to from things out of a book.
Anybody who's ever made brittle knows it's not easy. You have to have a lot of things go right to do it. Did it take some practice to get it down, or have you just been making it long enough you knew what to do?
Just been making it long enough, but it is seasonal, people think, but I make it year-round.
Tell us how you sell it. Do you have an online shop, or how does that work when you're not here at the rodeo?
I do shows and I do special orders. I don't have a website because it's just me. I'm chief cook and bottle washer, but I do special orders.
Well, tell us about the flavors. I think it's interesting how you say you've added some new ones recently.
Right. I added the spicy brittle, which is not jalapeno. It's cayenne and cinnamon. And I also have the chocolate and vanilla fudge, pecan and peanut brittle, peanut patties, pralines, pecan pralines.
How long did it take you with taste testing to get your spicy brittle recipe down?
I used my brother-in-law. When he told me it was not hot enough, I thought it was good.
So what do you think?
It's good. It's good. It's kind of like a cinnamon red hot.
Do you have to, during the three-week run of the rodeo, do you have to go home when you're not out here and actually make more brittle to restock?
Some, but I ran a commercial kitchen to do it. I don't do it at home. Yeah.
All right, give us a little bit of the secret to peanut brittle. If people are trying, if they've always tried to make it, it never quite works out. It's too soft or gets too hard. I
don't use a candy thermometer because they'll lie to you during the seasons when it's hot.
What do you mean lie to you? Doesn't go to the right temperature? Because I've had that happen to me, and you think, what happened? So how do you test to see whether it's at the right temperature?
I can tell by looking at it.
You've been doing it long enough?
Yeah.
What's the secret to it? The thickness of it? How it looks? The sugar looks?
How it looks. How it looks. And it forming a thread.
And then how long do you have to let it? So you pour it into your, do you have special molds or you just pour it in the pan?
I pour it in pie plates and then I break it up.
That's so great. Does it last for a long time? Can you buy it and keep it in the I don't know, you keep it in the refrigerator or in the cabinet?
Well, I heat seal it, and as long as it's sealed, it'll last for 2 or 3 months. Now, the fudge and pralines have milk in them, so they won't last that long.
So tell us kind of what's been the favorite. What have you sold the most of this year so far at the rodeo?
Always the brittles. That seems to be a stock show thing. And the peanut patties with the older people.
Is it a certain flavor of your peanut brittle?
Peanut. Peanut.
Well, I'm curious to know about the spicy, and you have little samples here, so if people are afraid or are not sure about it, they can actually come get a bite of it, correct?
Right. Yeah, we do give samples.
What do you do when you're not showing at rodeos around? Do you go outside the state of Texas, or do you stay pretty much in Texas?
I do a couple of shows in New Mexico, but mostly in Texas.
We just talked to a jewelry vendor who said she kind of came this way for the first time because of coronavirus. Did that affect you last year with your sales?
Yes, a lot of the shows were canceled.
So I'm guessing it's nice to have it this way. Are you ready for it to be over, or are you ready for it to continue?
Oh, well, you're ready for it to be over. I'm also doing a show in Ballinger this weekend. So.
Oh, I heard about that, the market. Yeah, there are a lot of people going to that, too. Well, all right. Thank you so much for telling us about Melvina Floyd. You say the secret is know what it looks like. Don't always rely on the candy thermometer, right?
Right.
We'll be back over at the Foster Communications Coliseum tonight at 6 to talk with rodeo contractor Pete Carr. That's coming up later.